स्वागत है सर शो पर। और सर सबसे पहले जानना चाहेंगे जो ओवरऑल हम देख रहे हैं सर्ज इन एसी डिमांड, क्योंकि अभी जो हीट वेव अहेड ऑफ समर सीजन हम जो देख रहे हैं, तो डिमांड सेंटिमेंट सर कैसे शेप अप होता आप देख रहे हैं? Q4 ट्रेंड्स टिल नाउ अगर बात करें तो आप यहाँ से कंटिन्यू करेंगे विद 20 to 25% ग्रोथ दिस समर?
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure interacting with you. Yes, you're absolutely right. The demand has been good. It was extremely good last summer, with more than 57% growth. And post that, the demand continued through the festive season. And as we speak, the demand has been good. So if you are asking me, over that large base of 57% growth last year, one will expect at least 25 to 30% growth. You can't. I do not know. Once again, there is going to be a severe summer, but I'm being practical in the sense we grew 57%. Now, this summer, it should be 25 to 30% growth for the industry as well as Blue Star. You know, Blue Star has been growing faster than the market every year.
राइट सर। सर आगे बात करेंगे कि ट्रेंड्स अभी कैसे देख रहे हैं? लाइक दिस ईयर वी सो फर्स्ट टाइम बायर्स विथ बेटर फाइनेंसिंग ऑप्शंस नाउ, व्हाट डज योर डेटा सजेस्ट?
Again, you are right. More than 90% of the buyers are first-time buyers. And in our case, close to 40% of the sale on a full year basis would have been through consumer finance. It used to be some 20%, moved up to 30. Now it is standing at 40. During the season, it is even touching 50%. That's what happened last summer season. It is a cost item for us because you buy down the interest for the benefit of consumers. The dealers buy down the interest, but it is helping us to helping the industry to grow. And the consumer finance, in my view, other than housing and automobile, air conditioners is the third category, which is consuming a lot of that finance options. We are preparing ourselves for that as well. One is you have to provide for that cost. Second is how to improve the experience. The consumers would like to get that sanctions done and purchasing done and get out of the stores within 10-15 minutes. That is also happening now. And all the NBFCs are in the fray for that.
Right, sir. So next, I would like to take your brief overall view on price actions like trade discount and A&P spends this summer, and how do you see competitive pricing and hyper-competitive market intensity among key players?
Yeah, while the demand has been good, the competition also has been intense because there are new players in the market, and the manufacturing capacity has more than doubled. And consumer has got a wider choice, and you have to compete. And the pricing is depending on A, your cost, B, what is the competition. So we had to take a price increase because there was a commodity price hike and also rupee depreciation. And we have done that in February, 3 to 5% price increase. We will keep watching for the cause. Our policy is simple. If there are input cost hike, we will pass it on to the customer. If there is a reduction, we will again pass it on to the consumer. And so there has been some kind of stability in terms of how the competition is behaving in this particular marketplace. So I do not see any big change that is going to happen in the next 4 to 6 weeks of time. By chance, if the demand is going to be more than that 25-30%, there could be material shortage that may lead to price hikes by some players. But otherwise, I am of the view that what price hike has been taken should be sufficient for the season unless and until some other event is going to take place. But After the summer season, it will all depend on how the global supply chains are going to realign and how the stability of Indian rupee will be. You have to take a decision, which we usually do in June, July for the festival season. So we will wait and see.
Correct, sir. So, though you have mentioned on price, but reports suggest no price hike reportedly sequentially for new AC models launched so far. Though dealers expect demand-led price hikes to follow, what's your take on this?
At least Blue Star doesn't follow that principle. I
Okay.
am here for growing. I am
Right.
here for growing faster than the market. And I will grow by pricing the product appropriately in line with the market expectations. And because there is a demand, we are not going to be. You might have seen that last year was a 57% growth. Did the industry profitability became huge because there is a demand? It is not. Our margin guidelines have been clear. That is, we are saying 8 to 8.5% we will deliver. But depending on the demand, you can moderate the costs that can happen. Say, for example, advertising expenses, let me be frank, if there is a huge demand and there is shortage of material, you will obviously cut down on the advertising. Usually the first step that will be taken is that, because advertising is for growing the demand. If the demand is there, that can take place. Now, if the demand is high, if there is a scale, you also achieve actually the benefit of the scale as well, that provide you some kind of a cushion in order to meet the competition. But as of now, I think it is going on well. There is no price war there, but all are maintaining the stand that if there is an input cost increase, we have to increase the prices. And there is a cost that has come up, which is consumer finance cost, which we have built into while pricing. There is another new cost that has come in, is the e-waste recycling cost, and the industry has been requesting for a revision in that. The government is looking at that, but that recycling cost for e-waste obligation under extended producer responsibility is another cost that is to be passed on to the consumers. And the energy labeling program is applicable to this industry. The next energy label change will be in December 2026. So therefore, there will be price revisions across the product lineup. So we will manage that well, but the margin guideline remains unaltered. It is 8 to 8.5%.
Right, sir. Fair enough, sir. But, sir, next would like to know about how is inventory preparedness for this season. This time, can we expect a stronger summer season growth than last year? And we have seen demand-supply mismatch since past few quarters. Any signs?
As far as Blue Star is concerned, I do not think we had a demand-supply mismatch over the last 3 quarters. Summer season was an unprecedented growth of, I told you, over 55%. Nobody would have planned for that revenue. But this particular summer season, I do not think again there will be a growth of 55%, 25 to 30% over last year. That inventory has been planned. That can be stretched by another 3-4% growth. And I don't think we will be facing a shortage across the board, but there could be some models where it always happens. One particular model may be stocked out at a particular location. That is part of the game.
Sir. And sir, next would like to know about a company targets 1.8 million AC units and aims for 14.3% market share by FY26. How do you see growth outlook for financial year 26, and where do you see this largely coming from?
So the market share currently is 13.75%. It may improve by March, I do not know. But we want it to be somewhere around 14.25 next year and eventually move towards 15% market share. The summer season itself, we are aiming for moving up the market share to 14.25%. Now the demand supply gap is taken care of, pricing is taken care of, the advertising is in place. The new TV commercials will be launched soon with Virat Kohli as the brand ambassador. And after sale service network and installation that has been beefed up for the forthcoming summer season. Now it is the question of winning the toss and play. And so this industry gets excited about summer season. We are excited about the summer season, and the eventually we should be growing faster than the market in order to gain market share, and we will see. And we have the good track record of doing that year after year, and I'm sure we will be able to accomplish that.
Right, Sai. And so lastly, I'd like to know about AC industry is a high growth sector with two prominent players, Voltas and Blue Star. How do you see growth prospects?
There are many prominent players. I wouldn't say only these are limited to two. There are Japanese players, there are Korean players, there are Indian players, many of them. All of them have got a space, and for many years they have worked hard in living with and pursuing energy labeling program and contributing to the carbon footprint reduction of the country. And every regulation, the industry has been ahead of the curve. The refrigerant migration, e-waste, recycling, and the Make in India program, successful PLI program has been implemented. Many of them have expanded their manufacturing capacity. This industry is poised to grow at a CAGR of 19% between now and 2030. The penetration levels will dramatically improve, and the technology is changing, and quite a bit of new innovations are taking place, like Wi-Fi enabled, AI powered air conditioners, or heavy duty air conditioners, or air conditioners built with features like purification. This industry is a happening place, exciting place, and the competition also will be intense. But at last, this industry has arrived on the center stage, not only in residential space, but also in the commercial institutional air conditioning as well. And we are a responsible industry. And I think the summer season should go on well, and we will again interact.
Right, Thiagarajan sir, it's always a pleasure interacting with you. Thank you, sir, for connecting, and best wishes for coming quarters. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you very much.